live, baby. There it is. We live, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up? YouTube, what's happening? I see Patricio's popped in. Let me just say what's up as people
Patricio
come.
got a long name.
Patricio's
Okay.
Manuel Enrico Rocco Cespe.
Let's
Saludos,
go.
amigo. ¿Cómo
Holla
estás?
at your
Saludos.
boy.
Yeah, he's here. He's ready. He's ready to talk. Patricio's our Chilean supporter. Big fan.
We see you.
We see you. We see you.
You're seen.
You're seen. Give me 1 second while I go live on Instagram. One click and we should be there. Boom, boom, boom. So we're live on Instagram, but follow along. Anybody tapped in? I see YK Love tapped in. He said, "Gang, I want to see this."
Okay.
We're here.
Gang.
Folks are ready. Gang is ready. The starter bench. We outside. Let me cut this music. We don't need no music in the background. Just the sweet melody of our beautiful voices. Alexis in the building. Hold on. Somebody just said, "What's up?" Reluctant Gamers in the building. Said, hey. What's happening, y'all? Welcome.
Hey,
welcome. You are now tuned in to the Starter Bench live stream, the best live stream on the internet that is Chelsea focused and interactive. Make sure you follow the instructions here, or if you're on YouTube, it's pinned in the comments. You can go ahead and tap in live with us. We got some fun survey questions for you. Alexis, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. When you look at it all, I'm good.
When you look at it all, when you think about it all, obviously Alexis, Alexis be in the stats, she be everywhere.
Yeah.
But first things first, we got the dub we needed versus Napoli. Yeah. We are into the knockout rounds of the Champions League.
6th place, that's not too bad considering, hey, no other team has been in our position. We've lost our manager mid-season. And we're working it out through this adversity. Like, I think when I really look at it, we're better than we should be considering all this nonsense that we've been through.
Right. When we started off after the Club World Cup, it's so funny how we roller coaster, right? Like we started off this season like, all right, this season's ours.
Yeah.
Then we realized like, wait, we added a bunch of players and we got a bunch of kids on our team. Maybe this isn't ours. Then we beat Liverpool and Barcelona. And suddenly we're like, wait a minute, we should be figuring this out. And now here we are.
Yeah, which we're honestly kind of going to get into that a little bit.
Definitely.
So
I think go ahead and let them know our topics.
Yeah. Okay. So today, guys, we're kind of going to focus on 2 things, and then we'll get into the West Ham game that's going to be coming up. I think it's worth talking about, is João Pedro acclimated now? Like, I mean, he's been showing off. So we'll talk a bit about that. And then also kind of just with our history with Chelsea and right now, like micromanaging versus like being a man manager and just managing the players. Like, I think we're seeing the byproduct and impact of that right now.
Right. We've talked about it. We talked about Liam Senior ad nauseum. We've talked about it, but it's time. We're 6 games in to this new regime. It's worth kind of,
and 5 out of 6 games won. I mean, which is why we're going to talk about that more, because we're not going to credit this by saying you've reinvented the wheel. We're kind of going to talk about, okay, what has he kind of done well that might be working for us now? Yeah.
Rafinha. But before we get into that, let's just talk about this last game we experienced.
And Palace
and Palace too.
Palace and Napoli. So maybe we can start with Palace a little bit.
Yeah, let's start with Palace. Good dub. Bad game, good dub.
Yeah, bad game, good dub. I highlighted a couple players, and then obviously we're going to talk about João a bit later in itself. So I definitely wanted to talk about Esteval. Because no other player on our team is scoring that goal, and I think that's important to touch on.
Yeah. From the Pedro Neto has that ability. He has the ability to run, but I don't think he's scoring that goal.
He's not finishing that goal. Yeah, exactly. So no other player on our team is scoring that goal. To be able to dribble it up, which again, Neto is capable of doing that, but to pick out the finish, which I thought he took one too many touches. But
I did too. Under
control was crazy, and I just think that was a brilliant individual effort, and then to almost repeat that right after on the opposite foot.
Yeah,
shows confidence.
Esteval is that guy. We know he's had 2-foot capabilities. We know he's confident in himself. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that star boy we got.
And
Yeah.
surprisingly, I thought, to be honest, like I don't mind Zhao getting man of the match, but I definitely thought Esteval was man of the match,
Yeah,
considering the goal and the assist.
The goal, the assist, he played well. He was really one of the only bright spots in like a kind of like muddy game. You know, it was just kind of like which, you know, the Prem is good for. Obviously, we knew Crystal Palace a little depleted, losing their. I wasn't Margay captain too, losing their captain or center back leader.
Yeah, they're in the mud.
Yeah, they're in the mud. Eze's gone. You know, it's tough. That's how it works these seasons. So.
And then it's worth, like, we need to, at this point, we need to back and stand with Robert Sanchez. I'm calling him Robert Sanchez right
Robert.
now. I'm calling him Robert because, I mean, he's been brilliant. And here's the thing. I was almost frustrated because David Raya has the most clean sheets because of Arsenal's defense.
Yeah.
Being a good keeper.
Because of their boring style of play. And he's a good keeper.
Yes.
But, yeah.
But Robert Sanchez has single-handedly saved us in many games that we cannot credit our center backs for.
Yo, music to my ears, chat. I want you to hear this now. I'm gonna have to clip this. Alexis, like a year ago, Alexis was like, Bob Sanchez out. We're out. We need a new keeper. But honestly, it really has been trust the process with him. And then he, you know, Racinier came in, and then he kind of looked like old Sanchez. He, you know, horrible distribution and let a ball go away for a goal. But no, he had, you know, he's put a couple of feet wrong, yes. But his shot stopping, just pure shot stopping ability is honestly second to none, in my opinion. He's really saved us.
He's been fantastic. And this is where my frustration comes of like, we need to start working for our keeper as well. Like, there's no reason that he should have lost a clean sheet the last game.
Absolutely.
Because those tallies add up at the end of the season. And Robert Sanchez.
Not just Bald Bobby anymore.
No, he should be up there. And that was disappointing to see of like, he's been cranking out these last ditch saves.
Yeah.
And
he's doing it.
And now he doesn't get the tally for that clean sheet. I felt like I felt like we could have locked in a bit better at the end of the game.
I agree with you. We need to be protecting our keeper at all costs. We always have, you know, we've been saying this on this stream. It's like our center backs are a problem. It will continue to be a problem. We're going to have to figure it out. We have recalled Anselmino. Not sure how he's going to fit in.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a lick of Dortmund, so I don't know how he did at Dortmund. But again,
but
I think
also in the mud too.
And Dortmund's in the mud, so it's clear that, you know, it wasn't like he was just keeping clean sheets back there. But I guess in the transfer market and in the grand scheme of things, instead of buying another young player, I think we were looking at the guy from Strasbourg or Rennes maybe. You know, it's like let's just recall some of, you know, our vast network of roster spots.
Yeah,
and, see if we can.
My thing is, I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago about like the idea of players starting each game and how that's just not happening anymore, this and that. But I think it is a fair expectation as fans to see to see the same center back pairings. And this is so frustrating to see, like in the Palace game, you've got Badiashile next to Chalobah. Those players do not need rest. They are not the ones who are injury prone, this and that. It's our players who are running up the field, this and that. So for me, I'm just so frustrated with the different center back pairings because there is just no chemistry.
I agree with the zero chemistry, and I agree with, to a certain extent, center backs shouldn't need rest. But with old flimsy legs, Wesley Fofana, can't trust him. And and because of that, we don't know.
There's not chemistry, and you can see it. Like Badiashile's error, which actually brought up Sanchez's fantastic save.
Right.
I don't think that's acceptable because then we go down a goal.
Badiashile is error prone, by the way. I've said it on this.
He's a menace.
But yeah, it's like maybe out of our deep reserves of center backs, he might be the, you know, he might be the
games, as we talked about.
Yeah, he's good for a couple games, or he's good to come in, but you know,
not to be starting. Are you kidding me?
You can't in the Premier League starting the Carabao Cup.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know, but we'll have to figure that out.
But it was a good win. I mean, getting the 3 goals, I think that was huge for us.
Yeah.
Because we need to be scoring more. Like, I haven't looked at our deficit from like goal differences from the top, but I'm sure it's vast.
We're like mediocre. We're mid. You know,
Mid,
we
which
got
I
mid
think we
GDP.
should be scoring more,
We should
right?
be scoring more facts, but up until really most recently, we haven't really had an understanding of who is going to score goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get to that a little bit more in a second. So Napoli, any specific thoughts, any stats, any thoughts about that, or just a good game? Good.
Napoli, okay. My tidbits that I wrote is we looked absolutely lost in a back 3. I
Yeah.
don't understand that risk in an important game. I guess it's like, whoa, we're still on. We're still on to the next rounds, but like us as our team, we can't afford to play an extra game. We don't want that.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I didn't understand the risk in doing that. I just thought it was chaotic. And the game when we had a back 3, it just felt like there wasn't chemistry. It was just chaotic.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird in multiple places of the field, and I agree with you. I think when I first saw the lineup and I realized it was a back 3 because it was like Reece James center back.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Cucurella,
And
Fofana, Reece James, and then like the way they put the lineups out, it looked like a back 4 with Gusto on the right and Reece James in center, and I was like, that's not. Then I saw how he played, and I was like, okay. And for some reason, I thought to myself, the first thought was, all right, Rossinier, like Napoli had lost their weekend game to Juve 3-0. Mm-hmm. Maybe Rossinior's like, all right, these guys are kind of in the mud themselves. Yeah. Let's go out with an attacking lineup. But Gusto was maybe not lost.
Fair,
taking people's space. Like he couldn't find space in the midfield because Santos and Caicedo was occupying it. He was taking away Esteval's space on the wing, so that just didn't work. So it just didn't work from like it looked okay, and maybe instead of Gusto kind of playing that high right, maybe we could fit another midfielder in when Cole Palmer gets back or something. Yeah. But it just didn't. You're right. It didn't look good.
And the thing is, I'll give him credit because he fixed this mistake.
Yeah,
so 60th minute, he brings on Chalobah and fixes it. So it's like, okay, great. Because I personally, the thing is with Maresca, we would see, oh, my bad at the press interview versus like trying to fix it within the game.
The players, they looked good, but they didn't do whatever, you know.
Right.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
So I did appreciate that it was fixed. It was fixed then and there. And obviously we were steady after that. And my thing is Reece James can play any position. He can. But I don't think we need him to play any position when it's not necessary.
Yeah, I'm with you. And even when he was finally back to his right back, his ways at Crystal Palace, I kind of thought about it because I have had in my mind like maybe Reece is finally a midfielder. Yeah. Maybe running up and down that wing is too much on his legs. He's got a hamstring issues, blah blah blah. Yeah. But look, Reece has been healthy, and up to this point now, Reece has been healthy for like almost a year.
Yeah.
So,
pretty much the whole season.
So he's back and I'm fine. Let's put him in his rightful position. I agree. Put Trev and Wesley.
A lot of him too.
It is asking a lot, and that's why we have Malo Gusto, and maybe he's not
when
playing.
We have the players.
We have the players.
I can understand if it's like, okay, we've got red carded, we're down, this is that. But I feel like when we have the depth in that well, let me be careful with depth. But when we have
a replacement, when you have Reece has a relatively okay replacement player. I mean,
right.
Reece is to a certain extent
have to do that, and that's where I was kind of like, okay. I thought the subs were good and they were quick. I think that's something we're already noticing about like Rossinier is he's kind of seeing the error and trying to fix it on the spot versus letting it play out too long. Like that was Maresca's biggest deficiency was he would wait way too long for the subs.
He would just, like, come on, bro. Like, let's just
see how it played out. Yeah.
Handle it. We don't need to see how this works. Yeah, I think that's a great point. And that kind of brings us to our first topic because I think you had actually mentioned this to me beforehand. You had said to me, I haven't even thought about Maresca, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, first, I'm sorry. Our first topic was João Pedro.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get
can
back.
get into him.
We'll get back to the coaching, but João Pedro, what is it? 4
Yeah.
goals in 5 games or something like that.
Let's talk about it. Let me tell you about it.
Bangers. Tell me about it. I know you got the stats.
I love this. I just love this for him. So stat wise, he's got 7 goals in the last 9 starts. That's great. You have momentum right now. You're in form.
Yeah.
7 goals in the last 9 starts. You are in form. That's great for you. 3 of these goals are on his weak foot.
Yeah.
He's not left-footed. That goal yesterday, I'll probably have it on repeat.
Yeah. And it's almost the like spitting image of the goal he scored against, what was that? Bournemouth Sunday? I can't even remember who we played. But where he's kind of leaning back and you're kind of like, balance, oh no, it's going over the goal, and it just launches, spitting in. It was fire. Yeah.
And I mean, man of the match 2 games in a row. That's all you could ask for as a player. And here's the thing. Here is the thing. Enzo Maresca, I'm calling you out. João's not the type of player to get 20 goals. That's just not him. What is that going to do for your player? What is that going to do?
Yeah.
Because now he's on, by the way, now he's got 11 goals this season. We still have 4 more months this season.
Yeah.
Which should be attainable for him to at least get 15, hopefully more. But what does that say? What does that do? So I think Maresca, some of my frustrations were like, he would just protect himself and protect the players. He didn't want there to be expectations. He didn't want there to be expectations.
Yeah.
And I think João is starting to get acclimated. I think his hold-up play and technical ability is nice to see as a striker, because with your standard strikers, like maybe like a Voltemade or like a Gyökeres or something like that, you're just going to see big, hold up and this, that. But João brings like a lightful, like technical ability to that too, which is really nice on the eyes.
He definitely brings that extra. It was annoying in Maresca's system, and maybe that just is like a testament to Maresca versus Liam, where I'm sure Maresca was telling him, like, we want this certain level of hold-up play. Like, he looked out of place, and we kept saying it. We were like, you're not a 10. Go forward. You're not. And I was thinking that was João's problem. Like, I was thinking,
thought so too.
Okay, he doesn't know. And we had said it in multiple. We can go back to multiple streams where I was just like, he's got to go and work on being a 9. Like, stop this 10 stuff. You're never going to replace Cole Palmer.
Right.
Fernandez for that matter. But but now that I'm thinking on it and thinking back on it, he really hadn't been super micromanaged yet coming into the team halfway through the Club World Cup.
Right.
And when he came into the team, he was just himself. And now I'm thinking what the João Pedro we're seeing is now a benefit of Liam Rossinier coming in and just being like, yo, you be you up top. Like, not over tacticizing him and micromanaging him, just being like, yo, go get it. You know what I mean? And I love to see it. And I want to see more of it. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, because this is reminiscent of kind of in the Club World Cup, him just showing off his flair.
Let me just flare it out. Let me shoot.
Yeah, this is really nice to see. And again, I think when you say that to the public, as a player,
he's not a goal a season goal scorer. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
As a player, I'm like, oh, okay, shoot, is that not really my level? And that also shows that as the manager, okay, I'm not expecting my strikers to get that amount of goals. So I love that he's getting acclimated, starting to flourish, starting to show us what he's capable. And from the looks of it right now, I know Nicholas Jackson is your guy. No disrespect, but it does look like he is a better replacement.
He ain't there yet. Nicholas Jackson still has more goals last season, but again, we have a whole half a season to go. I hope João Pedro keeps going. I agree with you.
He looks good. It's nice on the eye, and especially to shoot out of the box on both feet. His ball striking ability is
it's like, wait a minute, you are a striker. Like, you can shoot the ball. Like, I don't even, and yes, he can dribble, and we like to see the flair and all that. But like, again, once it gets paired with some kind of not world beating, but just goal scoring ability, like, we love it.
He's in form, yes.
We talked about Rossinier, and like, now I'm like, again, because we talked about it, like, haven't even thought about Maresca. Racine, one, love him, love the interviews. Starting to get a little sick of him.
Right.
Like want to just keep you coaching, keep this streak alive. Don't get too much in the nuts and bolts. But all this stuff about him taking off his gloves in the cold weather so they can hear him clapping. All of this rah. Like,
Right.
do you think that's actually affecting the team in a positive way? Like that's helping these wins? And again, we haven't played any significant competition other than Arsenal. Which is our only loss of 5 to 6 games. But yeah.
I think at the end of the day, for Chelsea right now, I would like an identity. I would like some sort of identity in like our play style. Right now, I have no idea what that is. It feels like it just heavily relies on talent and the fact that we have good players who are creative in their own ways. It doesn't really seem like we have a system right now.
Yeah.
So I personally would love an identity eventually to come from a manager. But right now, I have no problem if Racine can just be our cheerleader.
Instill confidence. Yeah.
Exactly. If he can be the thing that allows players to take more risk and more shots like that, I'm okay with that because it looks like right now he's getting the best out of Enzo Fernandez. He's getting the best out of João. He's playing Esteval, which Maresca wasn't trying to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think, again, we do need some stability tactically. So I think that's got to be figured out defensively. But I have no problem, Racine, if your job is to just tell them, hey, that was great,
you
know, and get lunch with the boys. Like, just do that. Because Maresca, he micromanaged now that we're looking at it.
He micromanaged, and micromanage is such a great word because I think he also micromanaged expectations too. And that, like, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. Just give your players confidence and we'll see what happens. Now, again, we haven't seen the other side, yet. Again, we haven't faced extreme adversity, which we will towards the latter half of this half of the season. But I am interested to see what happens, when we play Arsenal in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, or even further past that. What happens when we have a string of bad form? Like, can he keep the morale up? Because once we ran into bad form, it was kind of like, all right, well, master tactician, make us better, and he just couldn't. So,
and I think for us, as much, I do want to see some sort of stability tactically, meaning I want us to have a bit more of an identity, but I don't think it's common sense. Sometimes it's not all about tactics. Just play football.
You know me, I'm not a fan of overcoaching. I think Pep's overcoaching a super team that he bought just between December and this last transfer window in the summer. I'm really interested to see, like, I think Racine does fit the mold of what Blueco as a whole is trying to do. And even though we don't fully agree with Blueco, that's what they're doing. They're bringing in really talented young players at a lower price so they can sell them at a premium. So I do want to see Gittins have the backing to go and dribble. I do want to see Garnacho have the backing, Esteval have the backing. That's what we need. That's not what Maresca was giving us. So I'm totally Yeah.
And I think also something I added, I was just like, Chelsea heritage under Abramovich was interchanging managers. So it's not like this concept of,
this is our DNA.
Yeah, that's us. But like, he was willing to pay for the best players.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, we're going to get the best players. So right now with Blueco, it's like, okay, if you're going to interchange managers, we also can't have too many players with inexperience. Like, we can't have that gray area. So that's why for me, I would love some sort of identity so that we don't just have to rely on talent, because I think talent and a little bit of tactics are the games where we're winning Liverpool, Barcelona, PSG,
Yeah. But high morale will get us over the Brentfords, Bournemouths, and the whomever. Right? So I do think for now, because I do question Rafinha's tactics. Even like the only identity he's established now is he wants to play out of the back. He does not want to use our width in order to build up. He actually wants to build up in the back and then try to go through the middle.
How are you going to get the best out of Pedro Neto? Because we're not going to discard him. He's done too much for us these past 2 seasons. We're not just going to be like, oh, see you. No, I think he's earned a right on this team.
He's definitely.
So now how are you going to get the best out of him?
he's got to kind of be bold and take players on when he gets in those spots and get shots off, because we're the work hard up the wings kind of player is not really what Rossini's looking for. We're going down the middle. We got our wing strike forwards diving into the middle and coming in to combine with Enzo and João Pedro and everything. And we'll see when Cole Palmer gets back, how this really looks with Esteval, Cole Palmer, and whomever. But
yeah, because Neto is tricky. He really doesn't work on the left, in my opinion. He just doesn't really work well.
Definitely does.
And obviously his main thing is, being able to
getting down to the byline.
Hard, yeah.
Hard worker.
So I don't want to see him just disappear. I would love to see.
I don't want to see him disappear. You're right. He's still our player, but it is one of those things. And we talked about it when Rossini first got here. We were trying to decide who was going to benefit and who was going to kind of take a back seat. And it just so happens Neto is the only player I'm really seeing who's, outside of the players on the bench who are already
right. Yeah.
Neto's the only player who's kind
benefiting.
He's definitely, it's the reverse.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So hopefully this is just like a little slump. To be fair though, he has probably played, even though I think he's probably played the most minutes.
Yeah, he's played a lot.
He has to be one of the players who's played the most minutes.
Played a lot.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I want you guys to jump in and vote.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Down. Hey, look, I'm gonna come and vote with you guys. You can either go to minty.com and type in the code that you see right there, or you can click that pinned comment right there on YouTube. But right here, hold on, minty.com. It's easy money. What do we got? 8638.
I love it. Starter bench, new Cole Palmer logo.
Our bench. So Cole Palmer, which again, I'm gonna say as a fan, Reece James iterated this as well, and he would know best. Cole Palmer, let's be patient. He's definitely dealing with an injury. Okay. Let's just see, he's not able to play 2 games back to back, whatever.
That's why I wore the shirt. I was like, I think I need to
just bring that energy back. He is still our guy. He's still our star boy, even though Esteval has popped up. But to this point, in the background, he's got deals, shoe deals.
He's got motion.
Logo. You guys see that logo up the top, the CP with the arms crossed. Is this a start or is this a bench? Is this a absolutely here for it? Or
no, it's tough. It's
I'm
tough.
not gonna lie. It took me a second. It took me a second. I was kind of like, it looks a little noodly, but the more I look at it, it does. It looks like spaghetti, But the more I look at it, the more I'm kind of like, damn, that's tough. That's tough. You could put that on.
Have you seen that? It used to be an app, or it's like a game. It's called Dumb Ways to Die. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it.
It's like the characters from the noodles. I know what you mean.
Yeah. The little
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, would I wear that on my crest? Would that be like a Nike check here, or but
it's
the
tough.
more I think about it, I'm kind of like,
it looks like what's the logo on Barcelona's kits right now on their third kit? Do you know what that is?
The Spotify. I can't even think.
Let me type it in. Barcelona's third kit. It kind of reminds me of it would look something like that. Yeah, what is this brand? I'll show it. I don't know what this brand is.
I only know the little 3-line Spotify thing. You got it?
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, that's Spotify. Oh, you're talking about up top?
Yeah.
On the chest?
Yeah.
That's Black Mamba. That's Kobe's.
Oh.
That's Kobe's. So just for the fact that you said Cole Palmer's logo is starting to already give you Black Mamba vibes. That's only up from there.
Yeah. It kind of looks like when I see, I didn't even know that was the Black Mamba. Oh yeah. I mean, it looks good on their kit. So I can see it's always things that you can't see and then you see it, know?
It pops up. Somebody on Instagram, Aquila said Neto is scum. Wild.
Yo, no Neto disrespect. He's done too much.
Slander here.
He's done too much for us. Even in the Club World Cup, he went off.
Yeah.
Neto slander.
No Neto slander.
Too hard.
But to that point, we do have to figure out who, this is starter bench, and we still trying to figure out our best team. So
yo, the internet is ruthless, dude.
The internet's ruthless.
They will get you in the comments.
That's why we have this show. It's almost like keep holding us accountable as fans,
right?
Holding people accountable
because
it's always something. So this is a ranking thing. Start, bench, sell. The top is start, bench, middle, sell is the bottom. These are the injured players. The constantly injured in Romeo Lavia and Dario Esigo, and then Tosin, who is not only kind of ousted, but also he's been injured as well. So he hasn't even gotten those body of shield opportunities for Liam. Liam is giving everybody opportunities.
He is. He is.
Really
and
is.
I think the thing that he's doing better at is leaving core players on and not just going like
for like. All right, Esteval, get off. We need a goal, but get off. We're gonna put on Neto or Cole Palmer
yeah. Okay, so I would do Lavia, then I would do Isago, and then I'm selling.
You just did that. You have no real opinion on Isugo. You just don't want Tosin. That's how.
Yeah. Exactly. I really know nothing about Isugo, but what I do know is I don't want Tosin.
Tosin got to go, bro.
That's one thing I do know. If I do know one thing, wait, but if Tosin goes, who is there to stroke Cole Palmer's ego? That's his guy.
That's Cole Palmer's guy.
That's his guy. You saw even when he would take the picture. I mean, Tosin's like fixing his shirt and things like that.
We've actually got a couple of these start, bench, sell rankings in here, and I do want you to keep that in mind. Locker room presence is actually a really important thing, just as much as what have you done for me lately on the field. So to that point, maybe Isugo, like, we just haven't seen enough of you. I've still, after only 2 games of Romeo Lavia in the midfield, for only like, the better part of 60 minutes, it's been enough for me to be like, all right, just get healthy, bro. I want to see it. I do want to see it. You know,
bro's so good. Lavia is so good, but as you're saying, how do you say it? You say the best availability. What do you say?
Best ability is availability.
The best ability is availability. Yes, that is so good. Every time you say that, I'm like, yeah. No, it's true. It's like once you're in this is his 4th or 3rd season, and it's like if you can't stay healthy.
Yeah. And we'll give you grace. I mean, obviously, but not that much grace. Like Reece James, we gave him grace because he is baller. You know what I mean? Cole Palmer, you're getting that same grace. We hope you get back better. Yeah, I'm willing to stick with this though. I think Tosin can get off. Akila, I see you on Instagram. You're saying you should give me a chance to choose 2. You absolutely have a chance. Go ahead and read the instructions at the bottom of the screen. This is a participatory survey. That's what we do on this live stream.
You guys, so that you guys get to share your opinions, because it's hard when all you see it is on IG and you're like, I want to share my thought.
We're not just talking heads. We want to hear your opinion. Your vote counts here. Again, it's easy. Go on your phone or go on a computer, minty.com.
Yeah, the sticker I voted.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll send you an I voted starter bench sticker. That would be fire.
Wait. I voted starter. Wait, that might be it.
That might be fire. That might be fire. We might get that going next month. We might get stickers printed.
Right.
You guys to sign up. But yes, go ahead to participate right here. The instructions are down here if you're on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, it's even easier. You just click that comment that's pinned. Let's move on. Let us move on.
Yes.
I think we have another start, bench, or sell.
Don't put me in this position.
It's tough. It is tough. Yeah, I had to give you a tough one. Because these are not just fringe players like a Tosin, Dario Suga. Like, these are players who have actually done something. Can somebody tell me where Isugo is? CFC Gamer is still looking for Isugo, and I'm with you, bro. He has had a setback. He's injured, and we're just hoping he comes back. So we're working on it.
Okay, hear me out. Okay.
Ooh, whoa.
I know.
You're the only one who's voted so far.
I know. That's why I need you to hear me out. Okay, hear me out.
Man.
I think Garnacho is a mixture of Neto and Gittins. As far as Garnacho, I think offers he's very fast and offers a bit more technical ability than
flair.
Than Neto.
He's definitely got more flair than Neto.
More flair. And then Giddens really only has technical ability versus speed.
Yeah.
And Garnacho on paper has a lot of goal contributions and things like that. However, I think Neto still has more. But when I'm seeing that Garnacho can kind of offer both, then maybe I would start Garnacho right now. If we're saying right now, I would bench
right
Neto.
now.
I don't think he's in form. And then Gittins just hasn't done enough right now that I would sell him.
I agree with you. It's a tough one. You're right. This one is really between Gittins and Neto, which is unfortunate. Because again, like we said, Neto, his run of form is starting to stale. Maybe, again, Senior likes to play through the middle. So being a wide player who's got industry and up and down is not so useful as one of those wide, creative flair type players.
Yeah.
It's funny that you're saying Neto, or we're saying that Neto is kind of losing his steam, because I do think Gittins is gaining some momentum. CFC Gamer says,
yeah, I saw the link thing.
Hold on, let me double check the link. I will get that sorted ASAP for you.
Yeah.
The link's working for me, gamer. You just got to click that link, the pinned comment from Eat Pray Ball. Link's working for me, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think, again, I don't think the Neto slander is deserved at all. I just think he's not in form right now, and I think that's okay, because he's shown up. He's been up for us. I remember last season that Fulham game was gonna predict everything. When Tyreek George and Neto scored for us, that was like going to predict the rest of our season. I just think Neto's not in form right now. I would never sell him.
Wow.
I don't think he deserves that. I think he's done a lot for the club.
He doesn't deserve it, but we gotta find something that works. And if
we're not gonna sell Neto and keep Gittins, I would have a fit over that.
I don't know. Gittins has a lot of upside. Neto is what Neto is forever, and I think I feel really bad because Neto was in such good form under Maresca, and it was going to probably translate to his national team. And he was going to probably do really well for Portugal. We'll see. I mean, because again, his play style really works in that Portuguese lineup with Argentina. So
he just needs to. Neto definitely could benefit from working on his finishing for sure.
Yeah.
CFC Gamer wants to sell Garnacho. Garnacho hate is so forced. It's so forced.
This is an interesting one, because there's a lot of thoughts on all sides. I think Garnacho's just done enough for us this year that I would put him at the start category if it's just these three I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Neto's done enough for us this year as well, but Gittins has promise. Also, locker room presence. I'm trying to think about that. I don't know if Gittins has any locker room presence, and I'm not sure Garnacho does either. But yeah, CFC Gamers is agreeing with you. Like, Neto has been playing a lot. He probably does.
I think that's really what it is. Almost like, I think right now we've seen Cucurella drop off. He's definitely not doing bad, but I think we were talking about him, of course, so much earlier in the season. I think he's just been doing his job, but I do think Neto and Cucurella have played way too many games.
Way too much.
Yeah.
And if not for some red cards and some, some suspensions, Caicedo would have played way too much this year as well. So
right. So that kind of ended up working out.
Yeah, randomly.
Oh,
right?
Shoot.
Next one. Whoa. One more start bench sell. You can only these three. We have fringe strikers here. Which ones would you guys pick? We got.
If it came down to it.
Right. Mark Guiu, I get, he gets a lot of flack from me just because we haven't seen him enough. And when we do see him, it's, he's got a lot of hustle in him, but nothing specific. Delap, for me, hold up play. He's shown he can do it. Play with the big boys. He's shown he can do it. Prim, ready.
But now that we're seeing, oh, wait, we can have a striker who can hold up and score. Why would we just want
one? And so that I think Delap was carrying a little bit of something, but that is something we're going to look for. I think he probably might play against West Ham.
Yeah, and he should, because he needs to score. He only has one goal.
He's got one goal
this season.
Yeah,
that's probably going to be a record for sure.
Yeah, we need something from him. So again, the team is forming. We're starting to see what Senior wants us to do. We're starting to see strikers, João Pedro, kind of pop out. So let's see. I do agree. I think, especially ahead of, we play on Saturday, and then we have Carabao Cup on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Against Arsenal.
So definitely a good opportunity. West Ham is, I mean, they're getting relegated.
They're in relegation battles, right? So let's get Delap on and let's see what you can do, Delap. But I'm with you. I think I'd start. Oh man, but you had Giu next, and that's where I think I differ from you. I think I'm a start bench sell. I would start Delap. I think I would bench Tyreek George. Mark Giu just hasn't done enough. Like he just hasn't. Like I don't know what it is.
More than George. He got an assist. He's got hold up play. That's the thing. It's like, okay, if you're not going to score, you have to have hold up play.
Facts.
You cannot disappear. George disappears when he's on the field.
He disappears in certain games, yes, in certain situations. But we've also seen George score bangers, score game. That Fulham game you're talking about last year. Mark Giu has not scored an important goal for us
He definitely hasn't.
Since he's been
this question should be illegal.
This question
should be illegal. These names shouldn't even be within the club, some of them, like this is crazy work.
Right. I see Akila, you can't see it, but on Instagram, he says, what is this locker room presence, bro? It's important, bro. It's important. Like we got Brazilians on the pitch, we need people who can,
break down locker room presence.
Locker room presence is so important. It's the little things that ballers, really recognize that maybe outside people don't. But having the comfort, like we said, we want to get rid of Tosin, but Tosin is Cole Palmer's boy. So it's that important.
Yeah. And sometimes when players don't have, it's like when your best friend leaves the team, like you're kind of like, okay, do I want to stay?
You lose form. You're just kind of like, what is it? You need somebody to have dinner with. You need somebody to eat lunch with. You want somebody on the pitch making those runs with you. You need that. You need that locker room presence. Does Tyreek George as an 18-year-old bring locker room presence? I don't know, but he's an academy boy. I'm sure he's pretty cool.
I have to find that picture of when Cole jumps on Palmer. I have it right here.
When Cole jumps on Palmer, who jumped on Palmer?
Or when Cole jumps on Tosin.
Oh, on Tosin. Exactly. They're bros. There's a bromance. I do think
they're brothers. We can't get rid of them.
It's tough. Like Tosin and Cole maybe are a package deal. Again, and I don't know. I've not seen. Have you seen a picture of Mark Giu kicking it with any Chelsea player? Like are Mark Giu and Delap tight? Like is Mark Giu tight with who are the Spanish players? Is Mark Giu tight with Bob Sanchez? Like I don't know. So that's my only thing. Mark Giu is just eye test. I think he's got such fight in him, and I love that.
Who? Tyreek George?
No, Mark Giu. Mark Giu's got fight. Like he's.
Oh, I'm like, bro. Who do you think?
Nah,
George is partnered up with?
Georgie's just the young boy, and maybe there's some love for him.
Maybe he's just young boy.
He's just a young boy. Maybe he gets punked. Maybe he's cleaning the boots. Maybe Mark Giu's not in the locker room wanting to clean the boots. He's like, bro, I play for Barcelona, bro. Like, don't try to little bro me. I don't know, but locker room presence is important. Anyway, this is a tough question. We're gonna move on. Akila says on Instagram, that's why they have girlfriends. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You need vibes from everywhere, wherever you can get them. Must sell one,
bro. Not the banished followers, not BB.
First of all, shout out Raheem Sterling for getting gone. Like we appreciate your service. We know it was tough. I know all you wanted to do was really just stay in London, take care of your kids, take care of your family. We had a deal with Napoli to get you out of here. And let me say, I saw this online. May every baller find their Napoli. Like McTominay, Højlund, like these guys, even Lukaku came to Napoli and just leveled up. So may every baller find their Napoli, but Napoli wasn't the one for Raheem Sterling. But still, he was able to get off our books. Now we have a little bit of payroll left for other people. But of these two, of the banished Mykhailo Mudryk, which word on the street says that he might be getting an appeal process soon and might be ready to come back and play. Look at you. And then we have Axel Disasi, infamously named Axel Disaster at times.
Okay, the reason I gasped earlier is because CFC Gamer is talking about, let's be honest, Tosin, Garnacho, Sanchez, George, and Delap need to be sold this summer.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can't. It's too much slander. First of all, I will not take any Robert Sanchez slander.
No.
He has saved us in big games. He has saved us
no
in
slander
games.
for him.
Now, Tosin, debatable. Nobody really is appreciative of Tosin's defensive abilities, but if he keeps Cole Palmer happy, I'm with you.
Okay, I put sell Disasi. I think that's crazy because I think they showed like a couple weeks ago that he was like back in training. I feel for him. That's hard to have to play for the U21s, which also is that allowed when you're over 21 to play for U21s?
They just let him play on the youth ranks and let him play. And let me just say, there's still a video online that I have in my phone, actually.
I know.
There's a video online of Axel playing center back for the Chelsea U21s, and they played PSG in one of those UEFA Cups, and he absolutely got destroyed by this bushy-haired PSG player who was just balling. I think he's a Moroccan.
Some of these 16-year-olds can move.
Yeah, they just got good knees, man.
Yeah, I know, they're quick.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what all that's to say. I don't know how much time he's going to end up getting this year in Axel Disasi. But that said, I can't with Mykhailo Mudryk. I just absolutely can't. He's got it. I don't care if you come back. I don't care if you've been in, training and you're sprinting. Like, bro, you were just a distraction to me. You did well in the Conference League. Good for you. But nah, bro. I'd rather have an Axel disaster than a Mykhailo Mudryk mucking up my locker room. You know what I mean? So that's me personally. If anybody is literally willing to hop on, participate, go to minty.com and break this deadlock, I'll give you 30 seconds to do it, but otherwise we're moving on.
Yeah.
Give me 2 points for Mykhailo Mudryk, because I know he was your boy before the banishment.
He was he is the fastest player in the club. So he's the fastest player. And I think his technical ability is good. He just it's good, just not for the Premier League.
I was about to say your memory is a little off.
It's good.
I remember him technically kicking the ball over the goal about 1 million times.
It's good. It's just was better at Shakhtar. And
it's just one of those, those cartoon memes where it's like, like their feet are just moving. He just moves too fast, bro. Like
some players are too.
They're just too. He's like he could do to like lower the athleticism a bit.
Right. It was so funny when he got the doping bans because people were like, I thought performance enhancing drugs were supposed to enhance performance.
Yes. And
they were crazy.
Hey, it just made him stronger. He honestly needed to get off the PED.
Right.
He needed to be off.
And also, how do you get banned for drugs, bro? Like, it's not high school.
He's in there, but he does seem like the type, and he had gotten a little swole too. So I was wondering about that. He had gotten like 1 too many neck tattoos. He got a little swole, and it was like, all right, you're on the juice, bro. Akila on Instagram says, how much do you think we can get from Mudryk if we sell him?
That's going to be, actually, when players do drugs and when it's something like that, like a breach of contract, I'm pretty sure you get to write off that money though.
Okay.
That's if we sold him, I think that would actually kind of be profit because then we would write off the initial contract and stuff. That's what I heard.
I'm good with 16 million. What do we buy him for? 50? I'm good with 16.
Considering, I think we bought him for like 70. I think it was insane.
Yikes.
I think it was.
I can't even remember.
But I think that was also at the time when Roman was leaving, and it was supposed to be kind of like a tie because Ukraine war with Russia. It was like a lot of stuff.
There was a lot going on. That was a really dark time. That was when Abramovich got sold.
Yeah, it was dark.
When Abramovich sold the club. So it was just a dark time in Chelsea history. We had Graham Potter, then Pochettino. Yeah. We're past that. We're past those dark ages. Yeah. I'm gonna move on. We don't need to stick in that negativity. I was just doing that one for fun. CFC Gamer definitely says Mudryk super fast, 0 football IQ, clueless in the final third. That's what we've seen from him. He wasn't like that at
Shakhtar.
Shakhtar, right?
And even when he plays for his national team, granted it's the Ukrainian national team, but he had a lot of potential, and there was an interview with like Conor Gallagher, who was there at the time, and they asked like who's got the strongest shot. Everybody said Mykhailo Mudryk.
Yeah, because he was on that juice. That's why. Anyway,
on that juice.
Obviously, we have West Ham this weekend. We're really interested in seeing that game, but the bigger matchup before you see us again on this live stream will be the second leg of the Carabao Cup semifinal, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal in kind of a poor run of form, even though they smacked up Borat Almighty out of Kazakhstan this week in the Champions League, and they also took 2 goals from them. So this whole like defensive presence of Arsenal is also an interesting thought process. Is it, obviously we're Chelsea fans, like I want to hear your take, but on like realistically, you know, we're not delusional. Can we advance to the Carabao Cup final?
Yeah. Because as I was saying, we have the talent. I would love to not have to rely on talent all the time, but we are very capable. At the end of the day, it's just our center backs that is really our liability position on the field.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Arsenal is in an interesting time right now where Gabriel Jesus has always been their best striker, just in different ways. But again, your best ability is availability. So they have Kai Havertz coming back, Gabby Jesus. You know, Gyökeres is still around. They really don't have it figured out offensively. No. They were, you know, Arteta's pulling Odegaard, but you know,
we're doing better offensively, and it's like, okay, if João and Esteval are in form, very, very possible.
Let's get a goal. If we can go, you know, get a 2-1 victory at Emirates, we're through. You know, if we can get a 1-0 victory at Emirates, it's going to be hard. But I really believe in this team. Again, like I haven't seen the most of Rafinha to be so confident in him and his selections. But to that point, I am confident in his ability to galvanize players.
And we have a little bit of a layup because we get West Ham this weekend, so we don't have to play our you know, starters. And then also squad. Arsenal's coming off of the loss to United. How sweet is that?
Yeah, and I feel like Arsenal have a big game this weekend. Don't they play like hold on, let's see. Don't
I mean, they're in the same.
Oh, okay. They're playing Leeds, which is going to be a tough game. That's tough.
Yeah. Leeds is tougher than West Ham. That's for sure. Yeah. And I think looking at the table, dang, Leeds is ahead of West Ham. So it looks like West Ham's probably getting relegated.
Yeah, West Ham's definitely in the relegation battle, like by a long shot. Wolves are done. Burnley's done. We'll see what West Ham does, but we shouldn't go in there too confident.
No.
We shouldn't do that
because we need these points. We're still in 5th. United's above us.
Yeah, we gotta get it. So yeah, I'm with you. I think we can definitely take this Carabao Cup, and that would be a big confidence boost for us. We're in every competition still. We're in the FA Cup. We're in the Carabao. You know, in a good standing to head to the final. We were really galvanized by the fact that, you know, Arsenal really should have smacked us that first game, and we got goals, and when we you know. 3-2 is not a bad result taking it to the Emirates.
I think we have a tenacity about us, which is why, like, if you ask people this question,
we beat Napoli.
Exactly. Know? If you ask people this question, Chelsea versus Arsenal, everybody's going to say Arsenal because of their chemistry and the fact that they are a better team right now and in better form. But at the end of the day, it's like the things that people aren't seeing, like we do have tenacity, we do have talent, and those things can play a role for sure.
Especially in a you know, win or go home cup match. So we'll see. I want to shout out CFC Gamer's lineup. He said once I know the lineup, it depends on the lineup to go. But he says he wants Bob Sanchez in the goal, Reece, James, Wesley Fofana, Chalobah, and Cuckoo. I think that's my back four as well. Yeah. Caicedos and Andre Santos. So he's here for Andre Santos.
It's because Santos, I'm telling you, he's when you're solid in all the other positions, you can kind of just put someone in there. Like I don't want to disrespect him at all, but like I don't think he's like a standout. I think he does well around other players.
I'm gonna say this now. Keep watching him because I am impressed with what he's done.
Okay. I can do that. I can watch him.
Yeah, you can watch him. You're right. He looks kind of invisible to a certain extent. But at the same time, you know, he's passing the ball kind of sideways and up. But at the same time, he really is I mean, I think he's defensively more sound than Enzo was in that kind of, you know, more pivot position.
Because then we get more out of Enzo.
We definitely get more out of Enzo.
Higher up the field. if Santos able to play there. So
and
yeah.
that's what it seems like CFC Gamers lineup is looking like. It looks like he wants to have Palmer on the right, Esteval on the left, or vice versa,
I
and
think
João
that's
Pedro up top. I unfortunately I think if Palmer's playing wing, he plays the same position as Esteval, and they're the best on the right side. So it's
yeah,
going to be
which is
something
why
to figure out.
yeah, and even when there was the change, it ended up Esteval being kind of at the 10, Palmer winger. I just
Yeah,
don't think Palmer's a winger. I just
I
don't.
don't think Palmer's a winger, and I certainly think when we play three in the back, it takes away the space in the middle as well. It's like almost like we push one of those right wing backs into the midfield, and it just takes away that space.
Palmer's not going to take on players on the wing. So
No.
then why do we have you on the wing? I'd rather have you centrally.
Distribution is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Technically, Palmer played on the wing, even though he didn't. He kind of floated around. But technically, he played on the wing against PSG in the Club World Cup. So I don't know. We'll see. But first and foremost, for me, I need Cole Palmer to just get back to form. That's really all I'm worried about. And then we can go from there. She rates Garnacho, hates Santos. Are you sure your eyes are working?
Dude, Santos, I don't make the rules. I don't make the stats.
Garnacho is a stat merchant, and he's proven it. He's got a lot of GA. He's got more GA than Jaden Sancho has ever had.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to see.
But I will keep an eye on Santos. I will. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, keep an eye on Santos. He's just solid. And that's what we need. You talk about consistency. I just want solid consistency. He's giving the ball away sometimes, whatever, but he's always going back and working back. So it's something to look at. I think he'll help us a lot. He's definitely helped Enzo. He's allowed Enzo to be more free. Forward, and that's already a good thing.
It's really nice to get the best out of our players. Like when we're able to fill certain spots, then seeing, okay, Enzo perform well. All right, having a proficient right back allows Esteval to make a couple errors and still have coverage. So things like that.
And it might end up being kind of like a very narrow 4-4-2 situation where like maybe Esteval is up there under João Pedro. Because Esteval, even though he's great on the wing and he seems to kind of have that speed, he likes cutting in the middle. We said that a long time ago, that he's got 10 sensibilities to him. So we want to see more of that. Last thing, predictions. We already did the Carabao Cup prediction. You got a prediction for West Ham? Any just score predictions?
It should be three goals or more for sure.
Yeah,
like we've seen that these past two games, and then the last time it was 5-2 against West Ham. Yeah. I think Robert deserves a clean sheet. So if we can rack up some clean sheets for him, that would be great.
Let's get. I'm sure Badia Shield might get a start. I'm sure but
hopefully 3-0. Hopefully more, but should be 3-0. Easy.
Should be 3-0. I'm with you. That just kind of reminded me of one thing Racine said very early on when he first came in. His style of play is front-footed, pressing, and direct through the middle. Do you feel like you've seen those things out of what we've seen from his teams thus far?
I definitely have been seeing the middle passes, and it's not working yet.
But to that point, I was thinking more about the goal scoring and the front footedness, and it does seem like we're trying to score goals.
Yeah,
sometimes watching Maresca, it was like
probably the stats are backing right now that we have scored more goals.
Probably. But again, we haven't played nearly. We played in every competition, but we haven't played all of the competition we need to play. So we'll see. Yeah, Esteval looks little, but he's a big problem, very dangerous. We're super excited about Esteval. We want him to keep going.
Really exciting.
I think Arsenal will be a big game for him. I think he might sit for a little bit. I didn't mention this, and this is just this one last point. I thought from a Racine standpoint, I thought it was really interesting. We know he's going to be subbing. That was another thing he said. He did it a lot for Strasbourg, so it's not out of his nature. But to have Gittins, Garnacho, Esteval, and I think one other player on the field at the same time, I thought that was really bold, and it looked crazy at first, but it was kind of working. So,
which again shows a more attacking mindset, which
a more front-foot mindset.
I prefer.
Real ballers. We're both goal scorers too. We already know. We know how it is. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate everybody tapping in the starter bench. So some folks tapping in on Instagram now. I love it. Hey, make sure you find us. We're gonna be around next week, Friday at 11. That's our normal times. Fridays at 11. We just had to do a special one coming off the back of that great Champions League final match day today. So it's Yes. So make sure. Oh, I forgot to make the graphic. We're going to do that for next week. But if you can see it, says Starter Bench CFC. That's where you can tap in with us. Find us on Instagram. That's where you can see clips, see some of your comments popping up, all of that stuff. Keep tapping in with us. We got more and more. Senior took off Gittins and Netos, which shows he cares about results, not individuals. I like that comment too.
Yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do, man. Yeah, and it's counter to this whole like, oh, the blue co is controlling it. We want to, play all the players so that they get their stats up so we can sell them. We don't. Yeah, we got it all. It's Matt and Alexis always bringing you what's new and what's
blue.
What's new and what's blue. We out of here. We will see you next week. Come on, you Blues.
See you guys.